If you've got a roller, put your roller underneath your spine, so it's got to go all the way down your spine, and it's got to be underneath your head as well. So you put your pillow on top of the roller, and then put your head on top of the pillow. Okay? So make sure that your chin is tucked under, so your neck is nice and long. Okay, so we're going to start with our breathing. So you want your feet flat on the floor, a little bit of a gap in between each foot. Hands down, and then start by taking a nice big deep breath in. So you're going to squeeze your tummy muscles tight, and then pull the bottom of your rib cage down towards your belly button, so you're squashing everything in the middle. Hold it there, and then just practice your breathing now. So when we do the exercises, this is how you need to hold your tummy muscles, okay? Try and relax your shoulders as well. So you want to take deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth if you can. Okay, release everything. So again, take a deep breath in, tense the tummy, pull the rib cage down, and then as you breathe out, we're going to tilt the pelvis and press the small of your back into the floor or into the roller. And then breathe in and release. Again, breathe out, tilt the pelvis, and breathe in, release. So just try and squeeze your pelvic floor muscles as well now. So you're going to breathe out, tilt the pelvis, and breathe in, release. So each movement is a breath in or a breath out. And never holding your breath. All the movements should be slow and controlled, so you need to concentrate on what you're doing. Breathing out, tilt, and breathe in, release. Okay, last one. Breathe out, tilt, and breathe in, release. Okay, one knee at a time into the chest now. Breathe in first. Tense the tummy, engage the core, and then breathe out, lift your right knee towards your chest, and then put your foot back on the floor, and change sides. Breathe out, lift the left knee, breathe in, and lower your foot back down. So you just want to keep alternating, just lifting one knee at a time, nice and slowly, with the breath. Control, so you're keeping your core engaged. 4. So this is just mobilizing the hips. Last 2. And then slide your right leg straight now. So heel on the floor, slide your right leg straight, flex the foot, and then bend the knee again. Change legs. So you're only moving one leg at a time. You should always have one foot flat on the floor. Carry on, try and keep your foot in contact with the floor, your heel, so that if you're on your roller, you have got a little bit more stability. Flex the foot as you extend the leg, squeezing the muscles all down the thighs. So concentrate on keeping the core engaged, and then I want you to add in the opposite arm. So if you're straightening your right leg, you're lifting your left arm over the head. Bring both back to the start position before you change legs. So you've always got one foot flat on the floor. So still practicing the breath. Breathe out, lift the arm, breathe in, lower the arm. Well done. Okay, then if you want to, you can do both arms at the same time. So if you're on the floor, it's going to be easy, but if you're on your roller, it's a little bit more challenging because you do tend to wobble. I do anyway. So breathe out, straighten the leg, breathe in, bend the knee. So try and press the small of your back into your roller if you're on the roller. Okay, last 2. Excuse me, and one more. Okay, relax the arms down now. Okay, so we're going to tilt the pelvis now, and I want you to lift your bottom off your roller. So breathe in, tighten, tummy and ribs down, and then pushing with your feet, lifting your hips up, so you're curling your spine off the floor or the roller. And then Last two. And one more. Okay, hold it up, keep your bum lifted, arms together, and then open out the arms in a T shape. So try and keep your hips off the floor. If you really need to put them down, if it's starting to get too painful, you can put your bottom back down on the floor or the roller. So squeezing your shoulder blades into the floor or into the roller if you've got a roller. Okay, last one. Okay, curl the spine back down, put your arms back on the floor, and then we're going to straighten out the right leg and flex the right foot. Keep your left foot on the floor with the knee bent, breathe in, tighten, tummy in, ribs down, and then slowly lift that right leg without bending it. So keep the leg nice and straight, so when you bring it towards your chest, you can feel a stretch on the back of your leg at the top. So not too far, just gently, so you can feel a nice stretchy feeling as you lift the leg. So you're breathing out, lifting the leg, and breathing in, control it back down. Last two. And last one. Okay, bend that right leg again, and then extend your left leg straight now. Flex the left foot, take a breath, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then start to lift your left leg. So try not to bend your knee, keep the leg completely straight. Doesn't matter how far you can lift it, as long as the leg is straight. So breathe out, lift the leg, and breathe in, lower it down. So keep your foot flexed if you can. If you start to get cramp in your foot, just relax your foot. So try and go a little bit further each time. Keep the ribs pulled down. Last two. And one more. Okay, relax that leg and then bend the left knee and keep both feet flat on the floor now. So taking both arms above your chest now, palms facing each other. We're going to lift the right shoulder off the floor and turn the head to the left. Bring it back down and change sides. So you're turning your head away from the arm you're reaching up with. So lifting that shoulder off the floor or the roller. High as you can again, still breathing, always practice your breathing. Just get into the habit. Okay, last two. And rest. Okay, keep your head facing forward and then take both arms all the way over your head as far as you can. Bring them round and go into your big circles. So you're trying to get as much range of movement in the shoulders as you can comfortably. If it's painful, make the circles smaller. Listen to your body. Just do what feels comfortable. Reaching over the head, bring it round. Okay, last one. And then bring the arms down to your side and circle the other way now. So you're circling forwards. Last two. And rest. Okay, just move your pillow out of the way now, slide it to the side and put your hands behind your head instead of your pillow. So we're resting the weight of the head in the hands and we're going to curl the top of the spine off the roller or the floor. Breathe in, tense the tummy, engage the core, tuck your chin under and just lift your head and shoulders and slowly curl back down. And again, breathe out, lift up. So try not to pull on your neck, you're just keeping the head relaxed in the hands. Tuck your chin under to keep pressure off your leg. Last 4. Last 2. Breathe out, lift. And 1 more. Okay, relax the head down and then take your right arm above your head. And we're going to rotate towards the left now. Breathe in, tighten. Lift your right shoulder. Bring the right hand towards the left thigh and curl back down. And again, breathe out, reach, touch your thigh if you can, and curl down. And again, breathe out, reach, touch the thigh, and breathe in lower. Okay, 5 to go if you can. So remember to breathe out when you lift up. Tuck your chin under. Concentrate. Keeping the core engaged. Last 2. And 1 more. Okay, put your hands back behind your head. And then take your left arm above your head now. So take a deep breath in. Tense the tummy, engage the core, and then lift your left shoulder, left hand to right thigh, and curl back down. And again, breathe out, curl up, and breathe in, curl down. And 5 more, so don't go too fast. Control, slow movements. Nice deep breaths. You breathe out all the way up, breathe in all the way down. Nearly there. Last 2. And last 1. Okay, relax. And then we're going to slide off the roller now. Put it to one side and then lie on your back. And just pop your pillow back underneath your head. Put your feet together, hands flat on the floor, with the palms down. Take a deep breath. I'm just going to turn this music down, it's really loud. You probably can't hear it, but... Okay, so keep your neck lengthened, feet together, and we're going to breathe in, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then as you breathe out, take both knees to the right side, and bring them back to the centre. Change sides now. So while you're doing this, you need to keep the core engaged the whole time, especially when you're bringing your knees back to the middle. Okay, so we're just gently mobilising the spine. Okay, 1 more, then we're going to up the level. So if you want to, if you feel comfortable enough, put your calves on the pretend table. And then same move again, breathe in, tighten, tummy and ribs down, and then start to take it to the side. Back to the centre. Try and keep the 90-degree bend in the knees and also in your hips as well. So just concentrating on the core now. Keep the head on the floor or on the pillow. Okay, if anybody wants to increase the level again, straighten the legs and try it with straight legs. So if it feels uncomfortable, just go back to the bent knee. If it still feels uncomfortable, put your feet on the floor. Remember, you should always listen to your body. If something feels uncomfortable, you need to do the easier version, otherwise you're going to hurt yourself. Last one. And rest. Bring your knees into your chest. Lovely straight legs you have then, Mervyn. Sorry, not Mervyn, Maurice. I always get you two mixed up. Okay, next one, we're going to come back into tabletop. So put your calves back on the table. So 90-degree bend in the hip and in the knee. Point your toes. And you're going to pretend there's a puddle of water on the mat in front of your feet. So take a breath, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then moving from the hip, lower your right foot and dip your toe in the puddle. Come back up and change sides. So I want you to move both legs at the same time. One's going up, one's going down. So they're like passing ships in the wind. So if it hurts your back, if it feels uncomfortable, you can nearly touch the puddle. You don't have to actually put your foot all the way down. Again, listen to your body. If it's uncomfortable on your back, just do a smaller movement. Okay, we're going to add in some arms now. So I want you to do the opposite arm over the head. If you're not keen on doing the arms, that's fine. Keep them still. Okay, and then last level, we're going to lift the head and shoulders, tuck your chin under, and keep going. So same movement. If you don't want to lift your head and shoulders, that's okay. Keep your head down. Last time. And then we're going to bring both knees into the chest now. Put your head back down and just gently rock from side to side. Okay, we're going to do a double leg stretch, but we'll start with a single leg stretch just in case it hurts your back. Okay, so everybody does it with one leg to begin with. So put your calves back on the table, relax the hands and the shoulders, breathe in. Tense the tummy, engage the core, and then we're going to straighten one leg, squeeze the muscles down your thighs, and bend the knee again. Now change legs. So with this one, you're only moving one leg at a time to start with. Okay, and then if you want to have a go, try a double leg, both legs together. So go back into tabletop. Concentrate on keeping the core engaged and breathing. So level 3, come up with your head and shoulders again, stretch your arms forward. So remember, you don't have to go up a level, you can stay at the easy level if you prefer. Okay, and the last level, as you straighten your legs, you take your arms over your head. So straighten the legs, arms over the head. Bring it back down, and again, straighten the legs, arms overhead. Keep your chin tucked under. So careful you don't hurt your neck. If your neck is still hurting with your chin tucked under, just put your head down. Last 2. And one more. Okay, bring your knees into your chest. Give them a little hug, rock from side to side. Sorry, excuse me, I've still got this cough, it's getting worse. Okay, let's straighten the legs now and put both hands underneath your bottom. So you want your palms facing the floor, palms on the floor. Okay? So just rest your hands under your bum. So keeping the head down now, take a deep breath. Tense the tummy, engage the core, and then just start by lifting one leg. So I want you to really point your toes and keep the leg as straight as you can. If it starts to bend, you're coming up too high. Keep it straight and squeeze all the muscles down your thighs. Okay, so if you're happy at that level, stay there. If you want to make it harder, you're going to lift both legs at the same time. Bringing them as close to you as you can without bending them. So breathe out, lift. Remember to really engage the core before you lift. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. So when you get tired, if you want to do it with one leg, you can do a couple with 2 legs and then go back to the single leg if you need to. So you're still pointing the toes, squeezing the muscles down the fronts of your thighs. Last 2 if you can. Remember, you don't have to do more, do as many as you can comfortably. If you start to lose control, you need to have a little breather. Okay, relax the legs down and then stretch both arms all the way over your head. You're going to make yourself as long as you can. Nice big stretch. Okay, relax. So keep your pillows under your head, bend your knees and bring your heels nice and close to your bottom. So we're going to come up into a bridge, lifting the hips and the bottom. Remember with this one, squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, breathe out as you lift. So take a breath, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then as you lift up, breathe out. So try and get as high as you can, remembering to try and lift each vertebra one by one. So you're trying to get all the little muscles between your vertebra working. Last 4. Squeezing the pelvic floor as well. Relaxing the shoulders. Last 2. Now on this last one, I want you to hold your bottom and your hips up, keep it there, and then we're going to bring one knee at a time into the chest. So take a breath, tense the tummy, engage the core, bring one knee in, and lower it back down without dropping your bottom. So if it's too difficult, carry on just lifting your bottom up and down off the floor. Okay, if you're finding this one really hard, just go back to the curling up and curling down, lifting your butt up and down. So breathe out, lift the knee, breathe in, lower down. 4 more. So try and get up as high as you can. Last 2. Okay, feet back on the floor now and curl the spine back down slowly. Have a stretch. Bring both knees into the chest. Have a little rock. So we're going to work on hip mobility now. One leg circles. So if you're a beginner, you're going to keep your left foot on the floor and take your right leg straight up. If you've done this loads of times and you want more of a challenge, bring your left leg into a tabletop. So put your left leg on the put your left leg on the pretend table. So point your toes, right leg up, breathe in, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then draw a line down, and then circle around the outside. So we're doing circles or capital D shape. So try and keep the top half of your body completely still. Imagine you're in a block of concrete and you've just got your legs sticking out. Well done. Remember, if you're struggling, you can put your left foot on the floor. Last one. Okay, pause. Take another breath. Tense the tummy, engage the core, and then circle around the outside. So circles or D shapes. So you should have a breath in and a breath out on each circle. Concentrate on the core now. Pull the ribs down. Breathe. Last 2. And rest. So bring either one knee or both knees into your chest. Give them a hug. Okay, ready for the other leg now. So if you're a beginner, keep your right foot on the floor with a knee bend and take your left leg straight up. So you're aiming to get the leg straight. If you can't get it completely straight, that's okay. So take a deep breath in, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then start by drawing a line down and circling around the outside. So complete circle or capital D shape. Breath in and a breath out on each circle. Control, keep your top half nice and still, just circling from the hip. Well done. Try and point your toes with this one if you can. Last one. engage, and then circle around the outside and bring it round. So the bigger the circle, the harder you can make it. If you're struggling to keep your core engaged, do smaller circles. Always be in control. Well done, last one. And then either bring both knees or one knee into your chest. Have a little hug and rock from side to side. Okay, so next one, we're going to just lift both legs off the floor. Okay, and we're going to tilt the pelvis. Okay, so let's just have a little go. Take a deep breath, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then want to use your hands and just push yourself up and see how far you can get your back to bend. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's not very far. So remember, you're curling your spine. If you want to, you can go all the way over and all the way back down. Some of you aren't going to be able to get very far, don't worry. Just means your back's a bit stiff. So try and use your hands a little bit more if you're not very flexible. Just to push yourself over. Curling the spine. Last two. And last one. Okay, relax. Bend your knees and then straighten out your legs. And stretch both arms over the head. Nice deep breaths. Make yourself as tall as you can. Just slide your pillow to one side now. Put your hands behind your head. You've got options with your feet. You can either keep your feet on the floor, which is the easiest level, come into a tabletop, or have your legs straight. Okay? So we're going to lift the head and the shoulders off the floor now. So take a deep breath. Tense the tummy, engage the core, tuck your chin under, lift up, and slowly curl down. So if your neck is quite strong, I want you to take your arms over your head and see if you can reach up and touch your toes. So if you're a beginner, just keep your hands behind your head. So feet on the floor or off the floor, legs straight or bent. So again, try and curl the spine, one vertebra at a time. Last three. Well done, that's two. And one more. Relax, bend the knees, and then give your knees a hug. Bring them into your chest. Rock from side to side. And then pop your feet back on the floor, and we're going to roll over onto our front. And then come onto your hands and knees. Jean, you're not going to like me now. Jean Forbes is not going to be impressed. She knows what's coming. So we're going to do some press-ups. So we'll start with the easy level. If you go on all fours, so you've got your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Try and keep your neck in line with your spine so your head's not dropped down. And then we're going to breathe in, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then your elbows are going to come out to the side and see if you can get your nose towards the floor. Okay, so it's like you're giving the mat a bit of a sniff. Okay, so that's your level one. Level two, you're going to take your hands forward and drop your hips down so that you're on an angle. So have a go. If you can't do it, go back to the square shape. Breathe in, tighten, tummy in, and this time you're lowering your whole body towards the floor. One more. Okay, and the last level is a full press up. So if you manage that one okay, have a go at doing one press up. See how many you can do. Even if it's just one, it doesn't matter. Breathe in, and elbows out, push up. My press-ups are terrible at the moment. It's because I weigh more, my arms can't take the weight. Okay, put your knees back down and just come into a prayer stretch. So you want to put your bottom on your heels, stretch both arms forward, get your arms as straight as you can, relax your head and gently press the hands into the floor. So that wasn't it, we're not done yet, I'm afraid. So I want you to choose your level, okay? And we're going to do 4 press-ups, and then we're going to come up to a stand. Okay, so I'll talk you through it. So get your chosen press-up position. I'm going to do intermediate in case my elbows snap. Take a deep breath in, tummy in, ribs down, and then lower yourself down and push up. So you're still breathing, breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. One more time. Hold it there. Curl your toes under and lift your knees off the floor into a full press-up position. Take a deep breath. And then as you breathe out, walk your hands towards your feet without bending your legs if possible. And then once you get your hands on the floor, take another breath. Tense the tummy, and then I want you to uncover your spine, one vertebra at a time, nice and slowly, breathing out all the way up till you're standing, and then roll the shoulders back and down. So we're going to reverse that now. Take a breath, tense the tummy, engage the core, drop your chin to your chest first, and then start to curl your spine, one vertebra at a time. So try and get your hands on the floor without bending your legs if possible. Walk your hands and then come into your press-up position. 4 more press-ups. Breathe in, tighten, chest to the floor and push. 3 to go. Chest to the floor and push. Last 2. And 1 more. Okay, come up into a full press-up position. Lift your knees. Curl your toes under, breathe in, tighten, and breathe out. Walk your hands towards your feet. And then when you get your hands all the way, breathe in, tense the tummy, and then slowly uncurl until you're standing up tall. Roll your shoulders back and down. Reverse that now, breathe in, tense the tummy, engage the core, chin to the chest, and start to curl. All the way down till you get your hands on the floor, and then walking your hands forward into your press-up position for the last time. Breathe in, tense, engage, and lower yourself down. Push up, and again, lower, and press. Last 2, last 1. Perfect. Okay, press-ups over. Sit your bottom on your heels, stretch both arms forward as far as you can, relax your head, and just gently press the hands into the floor. So the next one is plank pikes. So on your elbows, okay, just rest on your elbows, put your tummy on the floor. Okay? I usually find it helps if you say a prayer while you're doing this one. Put your hands together. So we'll start with the easy one. Breathe in. Squeeze your tummy muscles as tight as you can. Pull the ribs down, and then you're going to lift your middle and lift it as high as you can. Stretch it backwards so you're almost in a prayer stretch, and then bring it back and just hover your tummy on the floor. So don't put your tummy all the way down. And again. Okay, so that's level 1. Level 2, you're going to do it on your toes. So you're going to lift your whole body, including your knees. So breathe in, tense the tummy, engage the core, lift your whole body into a triangle, into a pipe shape, and then flatten without sagging in the middle. Okay, so we're just going to go up and down into a triangle, and then into a plank. So if you want to have a go at the harder one, just do even 1 or 2, and then put your knees down if you want to, as long as you can manage it and it feels comfortable. Last 4. Keeping those tummy muscles in. Last 3. Still breathing, nice deep breaths. Last 2. And 1 more. And then put your knees back on the floor, walk yourself back up, and come back into a prayer stretch. So bottom on the heels, stretch both arms forward, relax your head, and just press your hands gently into the floor. Okay, next one, lying on your front now. One hand on top of the other. Okay, have a quick look before you go down. So what we're going to do is rest the forehead on the hands, take a deep breath, squeeze your tummy, and then you're going to keep your hands on the floor and lift your chest without tensing your tummy without tensing your bottom muscles. You've got to try and keep your bum relaxed. That's level 1. If you want to do level 2, lift your hands off the floor as well. Okay, so try level 1 first, just to get your back a little bit more mobile. So forehead on the hands, lying on your front. Take a deep breath. Really squeeze those tummy muscles and then breathe out. Lift the head and the chest, keeping the neck in line with the spine. And breathe in, lower, all the way back down. And again, take a breath, squeeze, and lift. So if you want to have a go, lift your hands as well. And relax. If that feels uncomfortable on your back, just go back to the one where you keep your hands on the floor, okay? Remember to take a breath before you come up and really squeeze your tummy muscles. Remember about your bottom, don't squeeze your muscles in your bum. Keep them relaxed so you can focus on your lower back muscles. Last 2. Last 1. And rest. Okay, just turn your head to the side, have a little breather. And then put your head back on your hands, forehead back on your hands, pull your toes. And we're going to lift one leg at a time. So take a breath, squeeze the tummy, and then just lift your right leg as high as you can and lower it down. Change sides. So squeezing all the muscles down your thighs. Control. Last 4. Last 2. Okay, relax, push yourself up and come into a cat stretch. So if you round your back, suck your tummy in, let your head drop, and then push your hips forward so you can feel a stretch in the bottom of your back. And then when you're ready, we're going to go back down onto the elbows. So you're resting your elbows and your knees on the floor. Okay? Extend your right leg back, and this time we're flexing the foot, not pointing the toes. So take a deep breath, Tense the tummy, engage the core, and then lift that right leg as high as you can without bending it, and lower it back down. And again, lift and lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. And breathe in, lower. Okay, last one. And then hold your leg up, and then I want you to bring your knee into your chest as far as you can, and then extend the leg back straight again. Again, knee to chest. Extend the leg straight. Knee to chest. Extend. 4 more. So try and breathe out as you bring your knee to your chest. Push all the air out. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, relax that leg down. Knees on the floor and come back into a prayer stretch. Bottom on the heels, stretch both arms forward. Okay, back onto the elbows. This time you're going to extend your left leg. So flexing the foot, breathe in, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then just start to lift that left leg. Keep it nice and straight. Breathe out, lift the leg, and breathe in. Lower it back down. Okay, 4 more. Squeeze. Last 3. 2 to go. And 1 more. Hold it up. Then bring your knee into your chest. Breathe out. Breathe in, extend the leg away. Again, knee to chest. Breathe out. Breathe in, extend. 4 to go if you can. The legs back down and come back into a prayer. Bottom on the heels, stretch the arms forward. Okay, so we're going to go into our stretches now. So the first one we're going to do is the pigeon. So I want you to bring your right leg as far forward as you can and take your left leg as far back as you can. Okay? So if it feels comfortable enough, I want you to bring your foot and your shin towards the other side so it's on an angle. Can you see my legs on an angle now? If that feels uncomfortable, just keep it straight. Okay? So you can either just hold it there with your hands on the floor, or you can now lower your chest towards your thigh, keeping your hands on the floor. And then if that feels okay and you want to increase the level again, stretch both arms above your head, rest them on the floor, and then just relax into the stretch. So just do a level that you feel comfortable with. Hold it there. Okay, bring your hands back onto the floor and then push yourself up and then change legs. So slide your left knee forward as far as you can. Take the right leg back as far as you can. So you can either stay in that position or you can walk your left foot towards the middle so it's on an angle. Okay, so either stay there or rest your chest on the floor. Or take your hands above your head and rest them on the floor. Relax into the stretch. back on the floor. Push yourself back up. And then I want you to get your balls now, if you've got them. If you haven't got any balls, you can use a pillow under your bum. And we're going to sit down in a straddle position. So legs as wide as you can, as long as they're not bent. If they start to bend, bring them in a little bit. So put one ball under each cheek. If you haven't got any balls, it doesn't matter. Okay? So taking the arms out, flex your feet, and we're going to breathe in. And then as you breathe out, reach towards your opposite foot. Sit up tall, straighten your back, arms out. Change sides, reach, and sit up straight. So you're increasing the stretch bit by bit. Don't force it. Well done. Okay, last 4. Last 2. Are you all falling off your balls? Okay, let's do some little circles with the arms now. Sorry, Mandy. Squeeze those arms back. If you want to change the position of your legs, you can. If you're struggling with your legs, just bend your knees. Okay, then go forwards now. So you should be starting to feel it now. Carol, you're looking very slim. Oh, that's enough of that, don't you think? Oh. Okay, keep your balls where they are now, and we're going to either push from behind and lower the chest towards the floor, okay? If you want to put your hands in front, that's fine, but if you're not very flexible, it's better to keep them behind and push from behind. So try and keep your legs nice and straight, don't bend them. If they're bending, bring them in a little bit. And then just slowly walk your hands forward or push from behind. Keep your legs relaxed and see how far you can get down. So you can do some nice gentle pulses if you want to, not too hard. Just keep increasing that stretch bit by bit. Keep the legs relaxed. Squeeze your tummy muscles and walk yourself back up to the middle. Slide your feet together, give your legs a little shake. And then we're going to cross our legs now, like a Buddha. Still got your balls under your bum if you can balance. You take them away if you want, don't worry. If you're getting in a kerfuffle. Okay, we're going to take both arms behind our back now. So I want you to lift your head and your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you're pushing your chest forward. And then just take some deep breaths. Okay, and then I want you to slowly come forward now and see how high you can get your arms over your head. Okay, breathe in, squeeze your tummy muscles and slowly come back up and roll your shoulders back. Okay, we're going to have a lie down now, so if you put your balls underneath your bottom, lie on your back and put your pillow underneath your head. So one ball under each cheek. One, I just want you to bring your right knee into your chest, pull it in, straighten out your left leg, and flex your left foot. So you're just going to hover your left leg and that little bit off the floor, just a tiny bit. Okay, start to lift that left leg now. Put your right foot on the floor and hold around the back of your left leg. Relax your foot, just gently pull that leg towards you. So you're aiming to get your leg straight, doesn't matter if it's a little bit bent. Can't manage to get it straight, that's okay. It's what you're aiming to get it straight, eventually. Okay, lower that leg back down. Change sides, so you're going to bring your left knee into your chest, straighten out your right leg, flex your right foot, and just hover your right leg off the floor, just a couple of centimetres. Now you want to keep pulling your left knee into the chest. You can feel it in the front of the hip. Okay, start to lift that right leg now. Put your left foot back on the floor. And then if you can reach, hold around the back of your right leg. Just gently pull it towards the chest. Okay, cross your right foot over your left knee. And then press your right knee away from you. So again, you can feel it in the front of the hip on the right side. So you're not using your hands, just using the muscles in your hip to push that leg away from you. Okay, I want you to rock from side to side now. So you're giving your bum a little massage if you've got the balls there. Right leg into tabletop, straighten your left leg and relax it on the floor. Now take your right leg out to the right, keeping it in a tabletop position. So if you can't hold your leg up, just put your foot on the floor, your right foot on the floor if you need to. So you've got your foot up if you can, or foot down if you prefer. Okay? So hold it there. And then bring that right leg back to the centre. Take it over the top of your left leg, keeping the shoulders on the floor. And then you can either just stay in that position or you can lift your left leg up and down 8 times. So if you haven't done it before, if you change the angle of your foot every time you lift, you'll feel it in a different place each time. Relax the left leg back down, roll back, put your right foot on the floor, and cross your left foot over the top of your right knee. If your balls have moved, just put them back into a comfortable position. So now we're just going to press that left knee away using the muscle in the front of the hip. So your arms are still on the floor. Lift your right foot off the floor, so pushing your left leg towards your chest. And then gently rock from side to side. Relax the right leg back down on the floor, and then you're going to into tabletop and take that left leg out to the left. So you can either keep the foot off the floor or you can put your foot on the floor. If you can't hold it up, if you feel like your leg's shaking and you can't control it, just pop your left foot on the floor. And then bring that leg back to the centre. Take it over the top of your right leg now, keeping the shoulders on the floor. So stay in that position and then lift the bottom leg up and down if you want to, you don't have to. So remember to change the angle if you want to make it more intense. Last 4. And relax. Okay, roll the leg back. And then we're going to change the balls now and put them underneath our shoulders. So do one at a time, otherwise it's really hard to get them in. So you want to lift one shoulder and put the ball as close to your spine as you can, but not on the bone. In between the muscle, the shoulder blade and the spine, there's a muscle there. And then do the other side. So just roll over and push the other side under. So try and get them level, otherwise it feels a little bit strange. Okay, keep your pillow under your head. If it's hurting your neck, you can put another pillow under your head as well, because it does lift you up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to slowly now just raise both arms over the head. And then I want you to just relax if you can. And just try and sink into the balls. Nice deep breaths. Okay, bring the arms above your chest and then slowly just turn the arms and the head from side to side. If it makes you dizzy turning your head, just do the arms, keep head still. Okay, hold the arms above the chest. And then we're going to lift the hips off the floor. Okay, and again, take the arms and the head from side to side. So try not to drop your hips, keep them up. So if you haven't used the balls before, and then you get undressed later and you've got loads of little holes all over you, you haven't got any horrible disease or anything, it's just the imprint of the balls. When I first used them, I didn't realise what it was. I thought, my friend nearly took me to hospital. She thought I had meningitis. Last one. Okay, curl spine back down, and then feet and knees together. Take your knees and feet to the right. Take your knees to the right and your arms and your head to the left. So we're just going to relax now. Sink into the balls. If you haven't got any balls, try tilting your pelvis forward to increase the stretch. Okay, relax, change sides. Just relax. Again, if you haven't got any balls under your back, tilt the hips forward. And roll back to the centre. Okay, we're going to roll over now onto our front, come up into a cat stretch. So rounding your back, suck your tummy in, let your head drop, press the shoulders back and push your hips forward. Okay, we're going to curl the toes under now. And then lift your knees off the floor, get your legs nice and straight. If you can't get them straight, take your feet apart And then push your head through your arms towards your thighs. So you want to make yourself into a nice pointy triangle, like a Toblerone. Okay, now drop your heels down a little bit if you can. So now you'll feel the calf muscle stretching as well. Okay, you're going to breathe in first, squeeze your tummy and then walk your hands towards your feet. And then when you get all the way up, round your back into a cat shape, angry cat, and let your head drop. And then we're just going to swing the arms in circles. Make sure your back isn't straight, it needs to be nice and round. Just swinging the arms. Okay, changing the direction now of the swings. Take another deep breath. Squeeze your tummy. I want you to bend your knees, put your hands onto your thighs and slowly push on your thighs and curl yourself back up to a stand. So once you're up and nice and straight, roll your shoulders back and then give your feet a little paddle on the floor. Just lifting one heel at a time. Nice and wide, turn your toes out, cross both arms, bend your knees, and we're going to circle, stretch up, squeeze all the muscles in your back and your tummy, and breathe out. Can't remember whether I said in or out again. Yeah, breathe in, big stretch, squeeze, and breathe out. And one last time, big deep breath in, stretch and squeeze. And breathe out. And that is it, you're done. Give yourselves a big pat, well done guys. So if you want to have a chat, turn on your microphone. If you don't want to have a chat, you can leave at any point. That's fine. Turn that music off. Bye bye YouTubers.